Hi everyone. I'm going to do the experiment on for the lab. This is the lab one. So what we'll do experiment on heat exchanger. It's called the concentric tube heat exchanger. If you see, this is the picture of This is the figure of a test rig where all the thermocouples and the switches are here. Another is the picture of the concentric tube heat exchanger where the pipe you see, this is one flow is going through the inside the pipe, another is above the pipe. There is a two pipe, one is inside is the steel, another one is the archive. This is the picture of the test rig. This is the picture of that heat exchanger. I will explain details during the experiment. During the experiment, so there are some thermocouples which measure the temperature. There are some switches which control the temperatures, flow rate, and the tank water level. So this is also the close picture. This is the thermocouple and the switches. So now that is the another part. If you see, there is a one switch that is the control the flow rate. That is all the will be shown in during the experiment. This is just the schematic of the heat exchanger. Schematic of the heat exchanger that shows and this is the back side of the test rig. This is red one is the tank, hot water tank, and there is a one pump machine to control the water flow. So now what we'll do an experiment on the varying the hot water temperature. It will start from the 30 degree, then 40, then 60, and 50, and then 60. And as well as there will be two experiments for so we will do the two experiments today. One is the parallel flow, another is counter flow. What is parallel flow is while the flow, like the hot water and cooling water flow in the same direction, that is called the parallel flow. What is counter flow? For the counter flow, that is like the opposite direction. The hot and cooling direction will be opposite. The changing that one can be just changing the cooling water pipe is in the different position, then it will start the counter flow. So what we do, we will start this experiment. During the experiment, you will see how we can control this one. Even you see there are we have to control the tank water temperature, to vary the temperature. That to vary, we have to vary from 30 to 60. That is a 30, 40, 50, and 60 for both parallel and counter flow. And where this hot water flow rate will be at 4 liter per minute, and cooling water flow rate will be 3 liter per minute. So let's start this experiment. Then yeah, we can explain everything here. Okay, thanks. Changer here. This is the heat exchanger of concentric tube heat exchanger, and if you look at this heat exchanger, that has the two side pipe. One is the inlet, another is outlet. This one, the heat exchanger, the upper side is the archive pipe, and the inside is the steel pipe. So through the steel pipe, the hot water goes, and above the steel water, in between the archive and steel, the cooling water goes out. So this side is a similar type of pipe, and this is actually the outlet side. So this one is the experimental setup, and you look at here, and some of this side you can see there is a pump, there is a pump machine, and this is the this one the heater, and you see this is the power this power switch. I just on this one power switch, and here if you check there is a two pipe. One is the pump, another is the heater. So before start we just start the pump and we start the heater. So what will happen that if you see this temperature at this moment is the heater temperature is 28.3, and if you see the three light here, is one is full, another is half, another is empty. So that means it's already full, this tank is already full. But if there is like the shows that this is empty, there will be no light, means empty, you have to press this switch to up to fill the tank. And when you see this side, this one is the red pipe, and you see this is the hot supply. So hot is supplied through this pipe, and this one when we start, this one is to start the hot water supply. At this moment is stop. So this one is the hot water goes this way, you see this way, and go through this the steel pipe and go this way, go that way. You will see this is the red one, and this goes here and goes through this pipe inside the steel pipe and goes out and take this one and go through this pipe and goes to the hot return. So hot water will return. In similar way, when you see this is the cold supply, the cold water is coming through this pipe, and this is the switch to control the flow rate. At this moment, flow rate is stopped. So cooling water come this way, goes this one, and then it goes through this pipe, the archive pipe, and come this way, and you see this is the blue one, so the blue one come here and come to this pipe, the archive pipe, and goes out, and then come through this pipe, this pipe, and this pipe goes directly to the cold water. This is the showing the circulation of cooling water. So when we start to do experiment today we start with the parallel flow. And with the, if you see this seat, this one is the parallel flow and counter flow. We do the parallel flow. What we have to do, we have to fix the hot water flow rate and 4 liter per minute and cold flow rate 3 liter per minute. So how we can control this one? We can control through this one. Hot water we can control using this one, the cooling water. So if you see this is the screen. The screen shows some temperature. This one TH1 is hot water in, TH2 hot water in between, TH3 is hot water out, and this one I will explain. So look at here. This one is showing this one is TH1. So this one is TH3. This is the TH2. So if we check this one, this goes here, this goes here and come here. That goes here. Look at here. So this one goes. So TH1 come from here. So this is actually the hot water inlet. So similarly, if we check the 2H3, this one goes here, here and here. This is the hot outlet. What is the TH3? This one comes here. So if you see the red pipe, so in between here, so middle of this one is actually, we assume this is the average temperature in and out. So is the middle of the hot water supply. Similarly, if you see that the TH4, there is a no thermocouple, so no temperature is counted from here. So similarly here for the cooling water, this is the TC1, this is the TC3, and this is TC3. There is another one is green. So TC1, when we check this one, come here, so is coming from here. So this temperature is actually, this is the this one is from the cooling water inlet. And similarly to TC2, if we check, this is from this green one is from this pipe, is coming from the cooling outlet. And similarly there is a TC3, if we check, this is in between of cooling and the, look at the blue one is to the middle of here, so is the middle of cooling inlet outlet, that means the average of cooling outlet. And if we see the yellow one is this one, is outside. Yellow one is goes from here, so this is from taking the temperature from the room temperature. So this is the room temperature, so from the C4. So again move to here. So if you see the TH1, so at this moment it shows the 24.1, TH2, that means outlet is 23.9, TH3 is 24.5, and there is no taking temperature from the thermocouple to H4, so the 0, so there is nothing. So this screen, if we see, this is the TC1, that means cooling inlet is 23.2, cooling outlet is 23.5, TC3, that is the middle, 22.7, and TC4 is 23, that means it's the room temperature. And if you see, there is a flow rate, FC is the cooling flow rate, is 0 at this moment, is liter per minute. And here is this side is the hot water flow rate. 1 minute is liter per minute. So today's experiment, we do the first is parallel. So it's parallel flow. What is the parallel flow? If hot and cold flow in the same direction. So how we set here, as we say, the hot water coming from here and go this way. And what is happening, the cooling water supply is from here, and comes here and goes here. So what we see is this one, hot water and cooling water coming through the same direction of this pipe, So hot water through the still one and cooling water above the still, that is in between the still and archive pipe. So but in same direction. And when we check the outlet is the same. Hot water outlet is coming from this direction, this direction goes out from here, and cooling water in coming the same direction goes out from this direction. So it's the same direction. So this is the parallel flow. This is parallel flow. So if we start according to this experiment, we have to do hot water 30, 40, 50, 60, 30, 40, 60, and we have to set hot water flow rate for 4 liter per minute and cooling water flow rate 3 liter per minute. So if we start this one, what we have to do, we have to start the hot water flow rate, control the hot water flow rate. So if we do it anti-clockwise, then start the flow rate, start the hot water flow rate. If you check, we start the hot water. If is the hot water flow rate. So is we increasing this one this way, and until is set to the 4 liter per minute, we will just increase this one. We will increase this one. Okay, so this is already, but before this one is now we need to do the cooling water. Okay, so now we need to control the cooling water flow rate. If you see this screen, FC, this is at this moment is 0. So to control this one in the same way, what we do, we just round this one is an anti-clockwise to control the flow. First we'll okay, this need to set the 3 liter per minute. So you see this is increasing. So we control this one, and we do up to when it's reached at the 3. Okay, so now is very close to 3. We will not get exactly, but now is, you can assume this is the 3. This is 3 liter per minute. So what to do that, we need to start the experiment for 30, 40, 50, 60. Let's start with the 30. How we can control this one? Look at here. At this moment, you see this temperature looks like that. Okay, this is at this moment the hot water tank temperature, heater temperature set as the 30. This is show the 30.9. What is the setting point? The setting point is 27.1. So what we need to set this one at 30. So to set this temperature, hot water tank temperature, so we just press this button. Now we control this one. Okay, press button, we see this is the 27.4. Now what we do, we just make it up to the 30. Make it up to the 30. Okay, now we just press this button again, so it will be automatically set for the 30. So what will happen now is at this moment 30.6, so it will goes down. When it come to the, this is, you see that it's still upping, but is coming. When it's close to the 30, it will be green. That moment we will take the data from here, all the inlet, outlet, cooling and hot data we will take. So we have to wait for this setup for the 30-degree loop. We are just running. See this one, that's 30.5. It should be green, like that is 0.5 the error. You see, this is the green. So what we can do, we will take the data. So this is the hot water. This is what we see. This is the cooling water data we take and we take data, this one. Okay, just wait, it's not busy. Okay. Okay, so we can say this is the at 30 degree is already we have is done. So now we need to set the 40. So set the 40 this one, and to set this one is 40, we will just push this button again, and then we need to make it 40. We set up to the 40. So we set 40, so we push button this one, it's already set. So this will now automatically goes to the 40. When this one shows the green, we will take the hot and cooling data. Okay, just wait to reach that one. Okay. Hi, now look at this temperature is already close to the 40, and it shows the green one. So what we can do, we can take the data. So the data, this is the hot side. So we take this data. We take this data for the cooling side. Okay, now what we need to go to set for the 50. To set this the 50, we do this one again. Set this one is 50, we set 50. So we set 50, we push this button, and this point is come to at 50, we will show this data again. It's a similar process like the previous one and all this. Okay. Hi guys, now you can see that the temperature is already close to 50, and it shows the green. So we can take data now. This data, hot data, we can take.
and cooling data we can take.
Now, students, you can see that this set of data is hot water can temperature is already close to 60, so we can take the data of this.
Okay, now
This set. So first we will take the hot
we
water
have to
data
set for
as
60.
well
So
as
push this button again.
The hot water data we will take the cooling side.
Now we'll take to 60. Sixty is set. Press this one, set this one, and this will go to the 60. We have to wait until the 60.
So as you see, this is green light and temperature is at 60. So in the same way, we'll take the data for the hot side and cooling side. We will take the data and all the data we will provide. We will provide